Angling Trust Chief Executive Jamie Cook grew up coarse fishing, but since taking up his post, he has been keen to find out everything he can about all aspects of our wonderful sport. Today, he joins me, Martin Salter, and Lymington skipper Rob Thompson aboard South by Southwest for a bass trip in the Solent. And so we head out from the harbour and past the famous needles and the dramatic chalk cliffs of the Isle of Wight. Working a 90-gram fish minnow close to the rocks and pinnacles soon produces a few fish, with a double hook-up for Jamie and Rob before Jamie smashes his personal best bass with his cracking 8-pounder. Our guest for the day was Neil Freeman, who was next on the scoreboard with his lovely 7-pound bass. Predictably, the sport slowed over the slack chide, but once the current started to run again, it was my turn to get amongst the bigger fish. Firstly, with a new PB for me of 6.5 pounds, but that was just the start of a mad period that saw a procession of big, hard-fighting fish coming to the boat.
Might be a bit bigger, don't know. Got a big mouth on him.
They're scrappy. They're definitely scrappy around it.
Remember, Rob, they don't like the look of you.
Lovely.
Happy?
Very happy.
Woohoo!
My personal best didn't last long, as this beauty was a good 8-pounder and is the highlight of my season so far. As you can see, she fought hard and was released to grow bigger and to fight another day.
Oh, he's close for the cameras, isn't he?
Having found us such quality fish, it was perhaps only fitting that Rob, our skipper, should land the biggest fish of what was a fantastic day's fishing. As we headed home past the Needles Lighthouse, I asked Jamie and Rob for their thoughts.
So we've been out with Rob Thompson from South by Southwest Sports Fishing out of Lymington. What have you had today?
Well, Rob's really looked after me, and each time I go out with one of the charter skippers, I think they might get fed up with me asking so many questions. But for me, I mean, I grew up coarse fishing, so this world's pretty new to me. But I just want to get the kind of views and opinions of as many anglers as possible, and those guys who really know their industry. And Rob's been superb. So yeah, we've had a load of bass today. I've had my personal best, which is probably about 8.5 pound, which has been fantastic. So yeah, over the moon.
And what plans have you got for upping the level of representation we can provide to sea anglers at the Angling Trust?
It's a good question, Martin. I mean, we've had a really good year as the Angling Trust, and we're a not-for-profit organisation, so as our membership grows, every penny that we generate gets ploughed back in. And one of the areas we can invest a bit more in now is sea angling. We've been doing a huge amount of work for a long time on campaigning and advocacy. You've got the Fisheries Bill come through now, and getting recognition for recreational sea angling is critical. But from our point of view as well, what we're trying to do is invest the income that we've had in things like participation. So we've got a long history of running those events in freshwater. For me, whether there's salt in the water or otherwise, the Angling Trust should be representing anglers.
Rob Thompson, so you've what's it been like having the Angling Trust on your boat today, Rob?
It's been absolutely fantastic. Very enjoyable. Enjoyed teaching people. Couldn't have asked for a better day. So the fish have been obliging. The weather's been very obliging. Yeah, it's been cracking.
And as a skipper, you've joined the Angling Trust, I hear, and we're very pleased to have you on board. What prompted you to sign up?
Well, I was a member many years ago, a personal member, and fell out of it, didn't join it, didn't see much, and then with all the COVID stuff that's happened, and basically what I've seen Jamie do and all the other guys in the trust have achieved during this time, it's become for me a worthwhile cause. Fight in the corner of the sea angler, which I think for many years we've always felt we've sort of had the rough end of the stick in angling, and it doesn't feel like that anymore. It certainly doesn't. It's proactive. You guys being out here today is brilliant, but seeing Jamie and other members fishing elsewhere, we've joined as a boat, as a charter boat, as a business membership, and I would urge all the other skippers to do so. And I think that other charter skippers, I'd love to see a few more of us get on board, or a few more other guys get on board and be part of it.
Well, it's not often a day's fishing goes to plan like this, and I was delighted that Jamie got to see for himself just how important it was for us to be campaigning to preserve bass stocks, to bring in sensible size limits, and to give this wonderful sporting fish a future. As Jamie said, we're investing more than ever in promoting and representing sea anglers, and you can find out more on the recent news items on our website entitled Exciting New Plans for Saltwater Angling. Thanks for watching, and please support the work of the Angling Trust by joining us today to help fight for fish and fishing.